Welcome back to another video. My name's Lisa Jane and thank you so much for clicking on this video and just being here. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. I am trying to get into the spring spirit, as you can see with my top. Obviously we know how this works now. If you are new here and haven't seen a TBR jar video before, basically I have a jar full of prompts and each prompt leads me to choosing a book off my TBR cart that I am going to read in the following month. So this prompt jar is going to be choosing my April reads, which is like, it's mad how fast this year's going. I have done a little bit of work beforehand. So on a piece of paper, nothing fancy, I've literally put the books I've got on Kindle as well, because I think I've mentioned this previously, but I do have a Kindle subscription and I'm not going to be making the most of it out of it if I just keep picking physical books, although I do want to get them down as well. So it's a work in progress between the two, but I would like to get at least one Kindle book on each month because it just means you're not paying for nothing, basically. So yeah, the books I'm really wanting to get round to are on here. I have actually bought one of these since. I think it's just the one I've bought that's on here, which is Death at Daffodil Inn, which is book 2 in the Cinnamon Falls mystery series. I really like these books, just nice and quick and easy between your fantasy reads. But yeah, enough waffling. As you can see, the cart's fully loaded. I have got them on the back as well. I think there's some on the back of this section and this one, but yeah, lots of new books added. But yeah, without further ado, we're just going to get straight on into it. So I think for April we will pick 6 books. I have, before we go any further, recently joined a book club with Freya and Jamie. I have joined their Patreon. I absolutely love watching their videos and wanted to be in on the book club. But for April they are going to be reading Shield of Sparrows, so that means I'm not going to be able to read that. Well, I can reread it, I suppose, but I've already read it, so I'm not going to put that one on. But yeah, each month I will be putting my book club pick on as well, if I know it in advance. But yeah, enough waffling. Let's get into picking my April TBR. 6 prompts. Let's go. This one. The first book is nice and easy and it just says fantasy, which we have lots of them to choose from. So I think I am going to go for... It's really difficult, actually. I have started the Mistborn trilogy, so I could pick the second book in that. I would like to start getting round to the Throne of Glass series again as well, but then there's so many new ones and I don't know which one to pick. Oh, it's really difficult, but I think I want to read this. And it's quite a new book, to be fair, but if I like this, I am going to buy the Lord of the Rings books, and it is The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. My husband cannot believe I haven't read this book. He's just like, where have you been? So yeah, this is totally new to me. It follows Bilbo Baggins and he's a hobbit. And yeah, it just sounds really whimsical and yeah, just magical. And I thought it's something I'd like to read. Maybe in between the heavier reads. I think there is a plot to it, but I don't think it's anything too complex to get your head around, basically. So yeah, it's that one. So we'll put that there. Just looking inside and there's a little map as well, which is nice. Oh, I don't know what I'm saying now. I'm literally filming this at 7 o'clock, or it could be nearer 8 actually. and I've come in from work. It's a Friday night and I'm absolutely shattered, so please excuse me if I do make a few mistakes. So that is book number 1. Book number 2 is going to be I don't know if I have a book with a wedding in it. Off the top of my head, I don't know. I'm going to have a little look through and see if I can find anything with a wedding in it. Let's have a look. That's a broken engagement, but that's not a wedding. I think this is going to be really, really hard. You're probably shouting at me right now. A book that's got a wedding in it. And I just can't see it. Have any of these got weddings in them? Not a wedding in that one. No, nothing on that one. I think, you know, I'm going to have to re-choose. So, what we are going to do is we are going to re-pick because I actually can't find a book with a wedding. But we will keep that one in. Please, actually, if you can see any on my cart and you think there's definitely a wedding in that, please let me know, because obviously it's going to take me a while to go through them all. But yeah, if you know, let me know. And then obviously if I ever pick this one again, I can go to that book. So, prompt number 2. Let's go again. It's just really difficult to know some of these prompts, like, in advance. Oh, this one's easy. A book with a woman on the cover. So we can do that. I'm sure there'll be plenty with a woman on the cover. So I would like to get some spring reads in, because I have a plan for that. We do have Clean Girl Spring, which is book 2 in the Magnolia Springs series. So I can't think what the first one was called. I will pop a picture of it here somewhere so you can see it. But yeah, this is book 2 in the series. And they are just quick, easy reads. Just nice palette cleansers in between your heavy fantasies. But yeah, this has got a woman on the cover. It's got several women on the cover. We've also got Darling Daffodil's Farm, and again it's got a woman on the cover. What else? I'd like to get round to In the Weeds. That has got a woman on the cover behind the flowers as well. So I think I am going to pick one of my spring books, but it's which one? I think we are going to go for Clean Girl Spring. And this is by Willowhurst. I'm going to put them down there, but I'm not going to forget about them because I might pick them. So this just says, April Jones needs a fresh start. Leaving behind a broken engagement and a dead-end job in New York, she returns to her hometown of Magnolia Springs with a plan. She'll renovate her late father's struggling dive bar and turn it into a florist, just like she and her mom had always dreamed of. As spring flowers start to bloom, April throws herself into the project, relishing the slower pace of life as she finally begins to mend her broken heart. But then her childhood rival Luke, now a successful real estate developer, shows up with plans to tear down half of Main Street, including April's beloved florist. April can't believe that the fate of her business now rests in Luke's annoyingly attractive hands, but she isn't ready to give up on her fresh start just yet. If only April could find a way to make Luke set aside his hard hat and follow his heart. So yeah, nice little romance. We do like it. And how lovely that her name is April. So what a nice choice for that prompt. Prompt number 3. Let's go again. And it is a book with a holiday or season in the title. I don't know if you can see that. I'm hoping you can. So, a holiday or a season in the title. I don't know if I have. It's all daffodils. But that's not really a season, is it? So it's like your winter, your autumn, your spring. Let's just double check. A book with a holiday. I don't think we have. We're not having very much luck with these prompts, are we? Again, I'm going to keep this prompt so that, you know, we can use it again at some point. But yeah, we will pick again. I'm just going to adjust you. We will pick again for prompt number 3. And this is... So we haven't put... Oh. A book about a vacation. So a book about a holiday. Again, this is really difficult. Unless you know the books, it's really hard to know what is a holiday and what is not. A book about a vacation. Now we need to do better here. Not that one. Let's have a look. Oh, this is about a break. So this is starting the... I don't know if it's the Kentucky Rome series, or I can't think what the actual series is called, but this is book number 1. I've not read anything by Sarah Adams before, but this says on the back that she is... she drives off in the middle of the night for a break in Rome, Kentucky. So... yeah, that's a vacation, and that'll do for this prompt. That is book number 3 on the list. Book number 4. They're all quite small books at the minute, so we shall see. I usually go between 6 and 8 every month, so... And April, I have got 2 weeks off work. Oh, right, okay. So, a book over 400 pages. I think for this one, I am going to choose, let's put these in there. Book over 400 pages, what's this one? I don't want to put too many, yeah, this one is, I'm just worried about putting too many romances on because I do like fantasy books, so I need to be really, really careful. But, yeah, I think I will. I'll go for this one. This one has in it, but this is going to be my last romance book. This one has in it literally just over 400. 404. So, yeah, we're going to put book number 2 in the Cinnamon Falls Mystery series. So, book number 1 was... I can't remember. So I'm going to put the book here again so you can see it. Again, really, really love these. So these are like mysteries along with romance as well. So there was a murder in the first one, and obviously there's a murder in this one. It says spring is blooming in Cinnamon Falls and the annual Daffodil Jubilee is in full swing. Morgan Taylor, who is reluctantly helping her parents host the event at the Daffodil Inn, wishes she could be left alone to daydream about Will. It's a single dad by the looks of it as well. As the Jubilee draws to a close, as the petals and promises dance, Morgan finally finds herself face to face with Will, but their magical moment is swiftly shattered by a blood-curdling scream. A guest has been found dead in the inn's garden maze and whispers ripple through the crowd, murder. So, yeah. But there is the light romance with murder. So but I really like the first book. So yeah, I highly recommend these. But yeah, so for a book with over 400 pages, I am picking book number 2, Death at Daffodil Inn. Now we need to put some fantasies on, I think. Because fantasies or sci-fi, just something a little bit different. So we shall go for this one. And this says, read the book that has been on your TBR the longest. I hope you can see that. So, let's have a look for older books. So a thriller I could put on is The Glass House. That has been on my TBR. Probably that is the longest book, if I'm honest. Or The Villa. These two are definitely the longest, I think. Because these are all quite new, all the hardbacks. I would say, yeah, I would definitely say, and that is as well. But I think I don't want to put any more romance on. I've just said that. So I think on that theory, I am going to put on, which one should I put on? I think I'm going to put on The Glass House. So this is by an author called Eve Chase. I bought this back in 2024, I'm sure of it. And it was when I just first got back into reading. I was trying to find my sort of books that I liked. Because, you know, if you've took a break and then you come back, you like to try different genres out and things. But this one sounded, you know, really good. So it just says, the truth can shatter everything. When the Harrington family discovers an abandoned baby deep in the woods, they decide to keep her a secret and raise her as their own. But within a days, a body is found in the grounds of their house and the perfect new family implodes. Years later, Sylvie, seeking answers to nagging questions about her life, is drawn into the wild, beautiful woods where nothing is quite what it seems. Will she unearth the truth and dare she reveal it? So yeah, really, really looking forward to this one. That's a good one. So we've got a thriller, 3 romance, and, well, a thriller, a romance mystery, 2 romance, and a fantasy. So let's go for book number 6. And book number 6 is, I keep forgetting about my Kindle, don't I, as well? Read a book that you've been avoiding. Oh my goodness, there's so many. I can't do it. I actually can't do it. I don't think I'm in the right headspace. I avoid Alchemized, even though I really want to read it, and April probably would be a good time because I'm off work for so long. I just don't think I can do it. But I would say I've been putting that off. In fairness, I have been putting off Queen of Shadows as well, and I don't know why, when I really need to get back into that book. I think I might go for Queen of Shadows because it is continuing a series, so it's not going to affect me too much, but that is a chunker, and I know they're only going to get bigger as the series goes on, so it's put me off a little bit. So yeah, let's put Queen of Shadows on the TBR. It's a book I've been avoiding. Pretty much a lot of people know about the Throne of Glass series. That is book 4 out of 8. So I don't want to be telling you any of the plot lines, but all I can say is I have thoroughly enjoyed it up to now. So that is 6. Do I leave it there? I would like to pick a Kindle read. So maybe we could do 6 physical. Let's see. Let's do another one. We'll see what we get here. And then I'll decide after that whether we do 8. But it gives me some wiggle room. Oh, read the shortest book on your TBR. Well, I don't know about the ones on Kindle. I think the shortest book here would be this one, which is Powerful. 245. 245. How many is the Villa? I just don't feel like reading this one though at all. Oh no, that is longer anyway, thank goodness. I know I shouldn't say that. Maybe that is a book I've been avoiding, to be fair. No, Powerful I think is the shortest, definitely. The shortest book on my TBR is Powerful by Lauren Roberts. So this is the novella in between Powerless and Reckless. I read Powerless earlier this year, really enjoyed it. I've had it on my TBR for a long time and finally got round to it. Loved the story, and yeah, this is just a little novella in between following Payden and Adina, who we meet in the first book, but it's like, I think it's like a side story, correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, looking forward to that one. And it gives me a little bit more fantasy on my pile. I think we will do one more, and I'm hoping I'm going to pick a prompt that is going to fit one of the Kindle reads now. So I don't want any more physical. Let's see if we can get a Kindle read on. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see this, but we'll have a go. A book with a crown on the cover. If I have a look on here, there's not one single book with a crown on the cover. That is just typical, isn't it? No. You're just going to have to trust me that there's no books with a crown on the cover. I've definitely had a good look and there's none on there. So that is a good prompt as well. So we're going to keep that and we'll pop it back in. Let's go again. So this is by a YouTube subscriber, and the name is Debbie, please correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's Debbie Perryberg 8230, and she has said a book with multiple POVs. Now again, because I'm looking at them in front of me on a piece of paper, I don't know whether they are multiple POVs, but Debbie, I love this prompt, so I am going to pop it back to one side and put it in the jar again, because we definitely want to use that one in the future. See, right, let's go. Come on, we can do it. A book set at a university. These are great prompts. Let me just see. I've got 2 books that are set at academies. Do we bend the rules? I've got Arcana Academy, or Arcana, I don't know how you pronounce it, by Elise Cover. And I've also got Zodiac Academy, which I'm not sure whether I'm going to like it or not, but it is on Kindle Unlimited. Now, which one do I choose? I've found one with the crown on. You're not going to believe it. I'm literally sitting here trying to think of Arcana Academy or Zodiac, and I've actually found one with a crown on the cover, and it is Wrath of the Dragons by Olivia Rose Darling, which is book 2 in a series, and I'd love to read that. So I think I'm going to pick that. You won't be able to see on here. I've made little notes underneath for myself, but there's a little crown. If you look at the book cover online, tell me if I'm wrong, but that looks like a crown to me at the top. So I am going to choose as my book with a crown on the cover, The Wrath of the Dragons, which is book 2. Book number 1 was Fear the Flames, and I really enjoyed that one. So yeah, really looking forward to that one. That was a very long video. Thank you so much if you're still here and watching. I can't wait to get round to reading these books. Like I say, I've got a couple of weeks off in April, so I'm hoping to do a lot more reading than I generally get to do when I'm in work. But if you got to this point, leave a crown. Let's leave a crown emoji in the comments down below, because obviously it's caused me a lot of grief. Excuse me, and I'm so sorry I've not filmed for a while. My chest has been so bad. I've done well to get through this actually without coughing. But yeah, thank you so much. If you got to this point, pop a crown in the comments. And yeah, I will see you in my next video coming soon. Take care. Bye bye.